I am Sylvia Green from Friendship Missionary Baptist Church in Charlotte, North Carolina. And today I'm going to read to you a piece of nonfiction, a true story about Kamala Harris and her sister Maya. And the book is titled Kamala and Maya's Big Idea. It is written by Nina Harris, who is the niece of Kamala and the daughter of Maya. So let's begin. Do you know what should be out there? Kamala asked her sister Maya. Us? Said Maya. A slide, said Kamala. And a swing, Maya added. A playground, they shouted together. Kamala and Maya had an idea. It was a very good idea and a very big idea. They were going to need help. Wouldn't it be great if there was a playground in the courtyard? Maya said. That does sound nice, Mommy agreed. How can we make that happen? Kamala asked. Well, I suppose the first step would be to ask the landlord, the person who owns the building. So Kamala wrote a letter and Maya drew a picture, and they went to see the landlord to discuss their idea. The landlord thought about it for less than a second. I don't think so. No. But that was not the answer they wanted. They were not ready, though, to give up on him. That night, the sisters tried to think of ways to turn a no into a yes. You see how they discussed it that night when they went to bed. They asked the other kids in the building if they wanted a playground in the courtyard. Did they? Of course they did. And they had ideas too. Let's have a teeter-totter and a basketball hoop and flowers. So Kamala wrote a longer letter and they went to see the landlord together. Let's read this letter. Dear landlord, right now the courtyard of our building is empty and no one uses it. If there were swings, kids could fly high. If there was a sandbox, kids could build. If there was a slide, kids could go so far, so fast. Can you build it, please? The landlord thought about it for less than 5 seconds. A project this big is expensive. We don't have the money for that. Do your parents know you're here? This was not the answer they wanted, but Kamala was not ready to give up. If we ask our parents and do it all ourselves, can we fix up the courtyard? The landlord thought about that for a whole 10 seconds. Finally, he shrugged. Well, if you can do it yourselves, sure. But then Mr. Green stopped to talk. I work construction, and I could maybe get some scrap lumber and some sand for a sandbox. Really? Kamala said. Yes, exclaimed Maya. Okay, I'll try. It wasn't a yes, but right now, maybe was the sweetest word they had ever heard. Maybe gave them hope. The next weekend, maybe turned into yes. And so the kids all helped measure, and Mr. Green cut the boards. Then they sanded and hammered and sanded some more. Then came the actual sand. They were all thanking Mr. Green when Miss Lopez stopped to talk. I work at a garage. Maybe they have an extra tire for a teeter-totter. Another maybe. In the weeks that followed, lots of I don't knows turned into maybes and then yeses. No one could do everything, but everyone could do something. Kamala and Maya wanted everyone to celebrate the new playground, so they made another big poster inviting their neighbors to a potluck party. There were hot dogs and hummus, spicy chicken and potato salad, strawberries and brownies and lemonade. Mrs. Flores set up a sprinkler for the kids to run through. Mr. Green brought the music. Kamala admired the new playground, but she noticed there was still one thing missing. No one knew how to make a slide, but Mrs. Flores knew where they might buy one. I teach at Emerson Elementary, and they are redoing their playground. Maybe we could buy the old slide. This was a different kind of maybe. How can we afford that maybe? But now everyone was trying to find a new way to turn that maybe into a yes. These brownies are delicious. Maybe we could have a bake sale. We can all bring toys and books and have a sidewalk sale. No one could do everything, but again, everyone could contribute something. When the slide arrived at last, Maya and Kamala got the first ride. Look at how much they're enjoying that. The landlord was impressed. I want to shake your hands, girls. You did a good job. You all did a good job. Kamala and Maya had an idea. It was a very good idea and a very big idea. And with a lot of help, they made it happen. Hooray for Kamala and Maya. Hooray for the persisters. What's next, Kamala? Kamala, looking up, said, I'm wondering what the view is like from the roof. And this is an addendum, an epilogue from Mina Harris. Growing up, I loved hearing stories and seeing pictures of my mom, Maya Harris, and aunt, Kamala Harris, as young girls in the 1970s. There's one picture in particular of my mom and aunt that I love. My mom is the one in the bandana, and my aunt in the bell-bottom jeans. And they're staring at the camera with fierce determination. They look like they've just conquered the world. And she goes on to tell us that that is how she perceived them when she was growing up, how she perceived, how she pictured them, how she envisioned them to be as young girls growing up into adults. Kamala and Maya's big idea. This might be a book that you would be interested in. Very good. Thank you. We'll see you next time.